I call Ron Mark.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, it is a privilege and an honour to be able to stand and to speak to the first reading of the Papawai Kaikokirikiri Trust's Amendment Bill, and I want to start by acknowledging my whananga, whom I can't see in the gallery, but I know they're up there, who have come along to witness this first reading and will no doubt appear at a later stage before the Select Committee. I can't see from here, Alistair. I'm too short. It's a genetic thing, you know. It's from my Ngāti Porou side. Although looking at some of my cousins, cousin Marama, we seem to share the same affliction, height, disadvantage, not being able to see. But anyway, I want to just a couple of things that have already been mentioned here today, and I think it is timely, right and proper that an act that was put together in 1943 come before the House for amendment so that it fits contemporary law a little more and makes it more workable. We have long, those of us who are from the Wairarapa, who are Ngāti Kahungunu ki Wairarapa, who do whakapapa to Papawai marae. The thing you need to know also is that if you whakapapa to Papawai marae, you probably whakapapa to Hurunui-Orangi, to Ngāti Hiniwaka, to all of those hapu that surround the lake, and it is something that was pointed out to me when I first came to Parliament back in 1996. After that, I was told where I was from. Cousin Rex Hemi and Kim Workman arranged for me to go home to Papawai and introduced me to my whananga and told me who I was, something that I didn't really know a great deal about, having been brought up as a ward of the state. And it was quite astonishing as a Member of Parliament to be standing there and hearing the history of Papawai, it being the seat and the home of the kotahitanga movement, the site of the only, still to this day, Māori Parliament in New Zealand, and a place, a marae from which an immense amount and quality of leadership was demonstrated to the nation as Māori gathered there from all over the motu to discuss the issues that concerned them and to have those issues brought here to the Parliament of the day. So it was something that's quite astonished me when people like Rana Waitai, who became a New Zealand first Member of Parliament, who then ended up with the National Party, again, having come from the National Party, a former policeman of some renown, told me that he too was from Papawai. Edwin Perry. At that time, also Tutukau Wiley introduced himself to me as another person who whakapapaed back to Papawai. And I think we've got a list here of at least 10, but I think there are more than that. Members of Parliament who whakapapa directly back to Papawai. And I'll leave that to the House and to others to contemplate as to why that is, that such a small marae and such a small part of New Zealand has such a long history in politics that, and I guess that's that, I think there's that Wairua thing that keeps tapping you on the back of the neck and reminding you that there are things beyond your control that lead one to where one is at the time, despite one's best efforts maybe not to be there. But it is something that you need to note. From the seat of the kotahitanga movement, we end up here in Parliament today with Māori from Papawai represented in an array of cross-party political parties. Mr. Speaker, I just want to conclude by saying two things. One, it's timely this bill's here. I would have actually liked it to have come to the House, probably from Mecca Waitiri, because she is the elected Māori MP over in that part of the country. Would have liked it to come to the House maybe from someone who actually come from Papawai, but it's come here this way. I would have liked to have had more consultation from our people back home, giving us some background as to why this bill is here, but it concerns me that neither Labour, New Zealand First or the Green Party had any contact at all from Papawai Kaikokirikiri Trust to brief us as to what the issues were and why this bill was here. And I think we need to recognise that there are more than just two government members in Parliament from the Wairarapa. There are a lot more. And we talk about tiraranga, tiratanga and kotahitanga, then we need to demonstrate that. But the bill does highlight some issues, like the 2/3 of the funding that goes to students going to religious schools, and only 1/3 going to other Māori students, when in actual fact, I think the number's about 10 in the Church of England schools, and about 200 applicants coming from the wider whanaunga. If we
I'm
are
sorry to have to interrupt the member,
distribute
but
correctly, we need...
time has expired.